Frank Ellis. Yeah. Pay close attention now. Hear what I say. Get involved with it. They'll rob. Minority Records. Come on. Dead Angels. Yeah. Marks. Let's go. Death angels over my back, hoping that I'll crack and give in to this carnal nature of sin. Dig a ditch and fall in. I won't fall cause I ball till I'm crazy. Most hate it cause I made it from the tin with a pen. So steadily to the paper, cutting like a cheese grater. Or the words from a mayor with no scruples. We pray for platinum before we knew it happened. Goddamn, we went quadruple. Now I'm speaking to the people, flying high like an eagle. Shit on haters like a beagle. Stay on top like a steeple, no sequel. No one else is equal, feeble ain't me. Came up around G's, raised by a Detroit family. Relocated to the
and yet, with all that, Joe the Shirt is off the cuff. Welcome back, everybody. It's the midnight time from a homicide edition of Joe the Shirt's Off the Cuff. You may have noticed that the term midnight time for a homicide is not in today's title. It's called Let's Have Some Fun. Because it seems like a lot of my shows lately have been a little on the serious side, and you guys have responded phenomenally. I mean, shit, man. My last show shattered every record I've had for listens, popularity, time it took to reach number one. Apparently, you guys love Richard Sherman more than I do. That's incredible. I had no idea, you guys. I mean, me and Richard Sherman, it's like we're twinsies, you know.
No, everybody likes football.
Everybody loves football, that's correct. It was just amazing. I mean, let me put it this way. The Richard Sherman show outpaced the Martin Luther King show.
It eclipsed everything.
Yeah, by 3-1 at least. Yeah, it was just like, oh, Richard Sherman, we got it. And of course, the Super Bowl is only about a week away now. You know, so I guess everybody's excited about the Super Bowl, and I think it's going to be one of the best Super Bowls in history. That's what I'm calling it right now. It's going to be the Seahawks versus the Broncos, both very popular teams, and both have the exact same records. You know, they're both, I think, 13-3 for the year. So it'll all be a fantastic game. The Broncos known for their really great offense, and the Seahawks known for their stifling defense, much in part to Richard Sherman, the Shermanator. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I don't know if I told you guys this before. I may have, but I picked the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl this season, before the season started, based on what? One interview that I read on Richard Sherman in Sports Illustrated magazine. That's it. I read the interview. I saw where he came from. He came from Compton. Okay, went to Stanford and graduated second in his class. He's no dummy. But listening to him, reading what he had to say, really inspired me to think, this guy really wants to win. And I picked him. I told the Russian, my girlfriend, Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That's what I said beginning of the season.
You told the guy in line at Popeye's Chicken.
That's right. I told the guy in line at Popeye's Chicken it was going to be the Seahawks. And sure enough, sure shit, I'm right. I should have put money on this. But then again, how often do you realize that you've just picked a winner? Almost never. But, there you go. It ought to be fun. What I don't appreciate is the general media referring to the game as a good versus evil kind of thing. Everybody's like, the Broncos are the good side, the Seahawks are the evil side. The Broncos have their great, wonderful players with halos and wings, and the Seahawks are nothing but pitchfork demons.
Pitchforks prevail.
Yeah, pitchforks prevail. That's what I'm going with. It's just amazing to me. It's just like, why?
Stupid.
I am so sick and tired of people, okay, there goes our light. My producer is going to look into that right now. But I'm so sick and tired of people, demonizing, the player that talks a lot. I'm sorry. You know what? I read something in an editorial today on Richard Sherman, actually, which talked about all about how, thank God, finally somebody on the field is being honest. He just made the defensive play of the game, so he was crowing like the cock he is. He was celebrating. That's what you do. And yes, did he sound violent and crass? Yes. Most football players are violent and crass. All right? I'm sorry. That's the kind of guy I want on my team. Somebody that wants to win. Somebody that wants to kick your ass. Not like that Miami player that retired because he was bullied by one of his teammates. Anyway.
You've got other topics, I'm sure.
I do have other topics, actually. I'm trying to have some fun. That's what I'm trying to do now. By the way, how many of you saw Behind the Candelabra? Oh, yep, the Russians saw it. The Russians saw it. The Russians saw Behind the Candelabra.
Yes, did you?
That's right. I did. I did see it. I watched it, and I enjoyed it. And the fact that Matt Damon and Michael Douglas were making out didn't bother me in the slightest. Okay, that's a lie. It did bother me. It was nasty. Matt Damon could do so much better. He really could. I mean, Jesus Christ. But
no, Michael Douglas.
Not when you're a boy toy, apparently. Now, the character he was playing was Scott Thorson, who is going to jail. Scott Thorson, from the character from Behind the Candelabra, has been sentenced to 8 to 20 years in Nevada prison for failing a court-ordered drug test while on probation for burglary and identity theft convictions. Yeah. You don't want to go to prison when you're 54 years old. Actually, you don't want to go to prison at all, but as long as you're going to prison and you're accustomed to cock, I mean, that's not the worst way to go, I suppose. No, of course, I'm being facetious there. It's a terrible, horrible thing. That's like saying it's like there's nothing wrong with being raped if you're a woman because you're accustomed to cock. That's ridiculous. But I feel bad for the guy, though. I mean, especially since he was really just made really famous by the movie.
I think that's the problem.
You know what? You could be right, my love. Okay. If you happen to love video games the way I do, then you'll know that video game console sales are up for the first time in about 5 years. Xbox One and PlayStation 4 fueled a 50% increase in video game console sales in December. Just December. We're talking about on average. Let's see. Xbox sold about a little over 1 million consoles. PlayStation 4, 1.2 in December.
It's Christmas.
It just destroyed everything. Once again, in my eyes, confirming the idea that your phone and your computer and your tablet will never truly replace the video game experience that you can get from a console. No, from a gamer's point of view, no, you cannot do that. I mean, yes, there are plenty of people that are like my lovely Russian. She plays video games on her computer all the time. She plays them on her phone, but they're not like these gigantically long saga quest epic type of video games.
I'm not a gamer.
No, she's not a gamer, and she does not have the drive to make herself a gamer, like most people out there, like most females, like most guys even. I mean, you have to be a certain level of nerdy to dedicate, several weeks of your time to completing a game. I am guilty of this. But people thought that the video game console was going to be dying out. They were wrong. Because the video game consoles are now not just playing video games. They're playing your DVDs, your Blu-rays. They're connecting you to the internet, Yahoo, Netflix. They are basically a hub now.
They're portals to the world.
Exactly. They really are. And And now you can play video games and share on Facebook. Hey, I just completed level 47 of Call of My Dick. You can do that now. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, here we go. Just having some fun today. Today's music, by the way, was Hear 'Em Cry by Vel Rob. Vel Rob will be supplying 3/4 of the music today. That was Hear 'Em Cry. Let's see. Now, if you're one of these people that are nervous about flying, well, I have some good news for you. Flying is really incredibly safe. Safest mode of transportation, according to the Russian and Superman. As you may have seen in the...
Qantas.
What's that?
And Qantas.
That's right, Qantas has the safest record
Still.
in the world for the last, 30 years or some shit. It was ridiculous.
I don't remember how old Rain Man is, but yeah.
Okay. The world's airlines had one of their safest years on record in 2013. There were only 29 airline accidents last year, which combined resulted in a record low 265 fatalities, according to the Aviation Safety Network. That's about 31 million commercial flights worldwide. So out of 31 million commercial flights, with literally millions, if not billions of people on these flights, only 265 deaths. That's pretty good.
Well, doesn't that also speak about one flight that killed a whole bunch of people?
Exactly. There was a Russian flight that I believe killed 50 people. Deadliest accident took place in 2013, was in Kazan, Russia, on November 17th, when a Tatarstan Airlines Boeing 737 crashed on approach, killing 50 people. So look at that. If you take out just that one, this brings it down to 217. As for the most dangerous airlines out there, according to AirlineRatings.com, gave its lowest safety rating to Cam Air in Afghanistan. There's a shock. Really? Afghanistan has a low safety rating. Let's see what else. Who else? Scat Airlines in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan. And Blue Wings Airlines in Suriname, a tiny country in South America. Now, despite the fact that we are incredibly safe when we fly, 265 deaths in 31 million commercial flights. That's some awesome numbers. I mean, those numbers are better than your chance of winning the lottery, I think. I mean, that's pretty good. Apparently, though, the TSA finds that more people are bringing guns to the airport. Yeah, according to this, last year, Transportation Security Administration, the TSA, uncovered 1,828 firearms at airports nationwide, a 20% increase from 2012. Over 1,800 guns that they caught. It really makes you wonder how much they didn't. The tally represents the 5th year in a row that the number of guns confiscated by the TSA has increased. The TSA is getting better, or you guys are bringing more guns along.
Yes.
Let's see. Vast majority of the confiscated guns, 84% of them, were loaded. So you guys had intent. That's nice. I like that. I really do. I'd also like to take this moment before we take our break to remind you that you guys can email me at inappropriate conversation at I would recommend at Joe the Shirt at yahoo.com. And if you're interested in maybe buying a t-shirt, a Joe the Shirt's off the cuff t-shirt with my visage on both front and back, looking ridiculous both front and back.
It is a sight to behold.
So that you can let the whole world know with one voice that you do love Joe the Shirt's off the cuff. Okay? I'm not going to be around forever, but the T-shirt might. It's made with a lot of artificial chemicals, so, hail Satan. In any case, I'm taking a break now. We're going to listen into more Vel Rob and his song, What's the Deal? Well, the deal is I'm Joe the Shirt, I'm off the cuff, and I'll be right back.
Now I keep my flows hectic, best respected. You're either a lost cause or you're joining this racket. I could be gangster, who said I did it? You're killing me softly, trying to be hard, now quit it. Y'all wannabes, me's is who I be. Now get off the D, nah wait, KC, get off the chain. Cold chill is what it means, now get it right, bang. I'm like, God, no, y'all can't be real. Blazing them with gold cuts with platinum feel. Back to being gangster. Watch what you say. CIA, DEA, bottle of Tanqueray. I don't know why these busters cry, saying what they doing and the police pursue them. I guess you bring that on yourself. Be careful, play the hands that you're dealt. Y'all feeling me, y'all killing me. Flashing what you got, then you get got. I really can't tell what's fake or real. Old school, new school. Now what's the deal? Y'all feeling me, y'all killing me. Flashing what you got, then you get got. I really can't tell what's fake or real. Old school, new school. Now what's the deal?
Yo, I'm fed up, tired of these wannabe gangsters. So don't approach me, it's gonna be a waste of your time. You don't do what you rap, waste of a rhyme. You lacking the basic design. Astro, name to be famous on these streets.
You know to be Joe the Shirt's off the cuff. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, my God. Having such a good time. I love these Midnight Time for Homicide shows. I really do. Because usually when I do these, I'm in a fun, good mood. I'm in a good mood today. I really, truly am. A lot of good stuff happening in my life these days. I'm working for the first time in a long while, which is very nice. Gives me a sense of purpose. Gives me a sense of cash, which is important. Gives my girlfriend a sense of hope, which is also important. That way, I'm not homeless, because she will throw my ass out sooner or later. But mad props to her. She has been wonderful about everything that's been going on. And mad props to people that hired me. I'm not going to tell you who they are, because I don't want all of you flocking there and mobbing the place to see me. I don't need a riot. Any case, it's award season. Did you guys know that? It's award season. You may have noticed a couple of award shows recently. What award shows did we see recently, babe?
People's Choice.
People's Choice Awards and the Golden Globes. And coming up, I think, tomorrow, we have the Grammys. And then
also watch the AMAs.
The AMAs. And then we have, what else? We have the Oscars coming up.
In May, I believe.
Right. Did we see the DGAs already as well? They've been on.
SAG Awards were on.
Right, exactly. It's award shows. Award shows. We all love our award shows. You know what? Nobody really cares that much about award shows, yet somehow, for some reason, we watch them anyway. It's right up there with the reason I watch the Super Bowl. I either have money on it, or I like to watch the commercials. Usually both. But as for the game, I don't really care for games that I can't play. I'm short, I'm frail, I don't run fast, and I don't like the idea of gigantic people hitting me at top speed. I don't really enjoy that idea. I'm a pussy. I'm proud of it. I am a pussy. I know I'm a pussy. But it is award season. But instead of concentrating on the awards for best this, best that, or best the other, let's talk about the worst. Let's talk about the Razzies. Have you guys heard of the Razzies? The Razzies...
Sour Tomatoes, or what was that one?
Right, Rotten Tomatoes is one of them. The MTV Awards do a similar version, but the Razzies are like the official, you're the worst ever. You suck so much awards. And no, the Razzies, as far as I know, have not happened. If they have happened, well, it just shows you how out of the loop I am. But I do have the nominations for the Razzies, and we're going to go through them, and you guys can decide whether or not you agree with me and whether or not you agree with the nominations. Let's start out here. Hold on, I'm going to start from the back. Let's see. Oh, here we go. No. That's the beginning. That's the end. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. The Razzie for worst director. Okay, for worst director. Let's see. The nominations are Movie 43. Babe, have you heard of this movie?
No.
I've heard of this movie. I have no idea what the fuck it's about. But apparently, it has 13 directors. So 13 people could not get together and make a good movie.
Too many cooks in the kitchen?
Exactly. Could be. Let's see. What's up, baby?
That does happen.
It does happen, yes. I absolutely agree. Sometimes you have too many good ideas in too small of a pot. Okay. Dennis Dugan for Grown Ups 2. Grown Ups 2 getting a nomination for Worst Director? Who'd have thought? Now, I saw Grown Ups 1, and I read a review on Grown Ups 2 that said that it was just a bunch of guys getting together with their friends and making a movie. Oh, the horrors. I'm sure they laughed all the way to the bank.
Oh, they still got paid.
Tyler Perry for A Madea Christmas. M. Night Shyamalan for After Earth. And by the way, I hope he wins. Because you know what? He still owes me money for that other piece of shit movie I went to go see.
Science?
The what?
Science?
No, not Science. The one where everybody is living in like a sort of Puritan kind of land, but it's actually modern times. But they don't know because they've built like an area around the village and make believe they have monsters scaring people to stay in. It's just terrible. It was just awful. Don't even know what it's called. All I know is that M. Night Shyamalan owes me money. All right. And Gore Verbinski for The Lone Ranger. Now, you and I, we saw The Lone Ranger.
The one with
Johnny Depp.
we did?
Yes, we did. You're blocking it out right now. It was so bad. It was so bad. You're blocking it
I
out.
remember saying it.
Yeah, we saw it. It was so bad. We're blocking it out. Worst screenplay. Let's see. We have After Earth with Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Grown Ups Part 2. Oh, look, Grown Ups 2 again. The Lone Ranger again. A Madea Christmas again. And Movie 43 again. I think there's a theme going on here. Worst remake, ripoff, or sequel. Okay, Grown Ups 2. The Lone Ranger. Are we seeing a theme here?
Yeah, there's a pattern.
Okay, Hangover 3, which I did not think was that bad. You saw it with me.
Yes, I bought it for you.
Yeah, right, exactly. But it was better than Hangover 2. Scary Movie 5. And Smurfs 2. Okay, not like Smurfs 1 was like a cinematic breakout or anything, okay? And as for Scary Movie, those movies are supposed to be bad. Okay, worst screen combo. Now this is about actors put together in a movie that you're watching and thinking, wow, this is painful. Okay, everyone in Grown Ups 2 was a bad combo. We're talking about Kevin James, Chris Rock, what's that guy? Adam Sandler, Shaquille O'Neal. It's like everybody's, all their friends are in this fucking movie, and apparently, according to them, they sucked. The entire cast sucked. Okay, everyone in Movie 43, which I haven't even seen or heard of. Lindsay Lohan and Charlie Sheen in Scary Movie 5, which, by the way, is wrong because anything that Charlie Sheen is holy. Tyler Perry in either Larry the Cable Guy or the wig and dress he wears to play Medea. Yeah, that's just fucked up. And Jaden and Will Smith in After Earth. Okay, that's just mean. That is just mean what that is. Okay, worst supporting actor. Chris Brown in Battle of the Year. I didn't even know Chris Brown was in a movie. Did you?
No.
No. Battle of the Year. Did you hear about this at all?
No.
Okay. Larry the Cable Guy, A Medea Christmas. Taylor Lautner in Grown Ups 2. Wow, that's fucked up. Will Smith in After Earth. He was the supporting actor in something. And Nick Swardson, who my girlfriend and I actually know. We go to the same bar. You remember Nicky, don't you, baby?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. He was nominated for both Grown Ups 2 and Haunted House. Worst supporting actress. Lady Gaga, Machete Kills. Really? Was anybody expecting a good performance in Machete anything? I watched Machete. I did not watch Machete Kills because it's not available on Netflix or cable yet. I wasn't about to pay, $14 to go see Danny Trejo's kill everybody.
He's good at it, though.
Yeah, he's very good at it and very convincing. Salma Hayek, Grown Ups 2. Okay, you guys are fucked up. No, Salma Hayek can do no wrong. She can do no wrong, even with that Frida movie, which she had the unibrow. I'd still bang her. Katherine Heigl, The Big Wedding. And you guys are wrong again. She can do no wrong. Kim Kardashian, Tyler Perry's Temptation. You know what? Kim Kardashian doesn't even have to be in a movie to get nominated for Worst Actress. She should just every year be nominated. And Lindsay Lohan, she's got 2 for Inappropriate Comedy and Scary Movie 5. She's got 2 nominations for Worst Supporting Actress. Worst Actor. Okay. Johnny Depp, The Lone Ranger. Okay, that's just mean. I didn't think he was that bad in The Lone Ranger.
I still don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, well, you were probably drunk. Or high. Or drunk and high. You. Could be. It's possible. Or maybe I just doped you when you weren't looking. That's also possible. Ashton Kutcher for Jobs. Adam Sandler. Can you guess the name of the movie, baby?
Grown Ups 2?
Grown Ups 2. Jaden Smith for After Earth. And this is unusual. Sylvester Stallone has been nominated for 3 films as Worst Actor. Bullet to the Head, Escape Plan with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Grudge Match with Robert De Niro. He's nominated for 3 movies as Worst Actor. I think he's going to win. Worst Actress. Halle Berry for 2 movies. Movie 43. God, how much does this movie must suck? And The Call, which we have recorded to watch. Selena Gomez for Getaway. Lindsay Lohan for The Canyons. Tyler Perry, Worst Actress. This is Worst Actress, Tyler Perry. Now Worst Actress for A Medea Christmas. And Naomi Watts for Diana and Movie 43. Two movies. And our last category for Worst Picture. Let me see here. Let me just check. Of which I've watched one, and my girlfriend remembers maybe seeing one of them, but isn't sure. Worst Picture. After Earth. Grown Ups 2. The Lone Ranger, which we did see, baby. A Medea Christmas, which you wanted to see.
No, on cable.
Yeah, exactly. And movie 43. So if you have watched any of these movies, we should probably hang sometime, smoke a couple of blunts, do a couple of bong rips, have some beers and just chill, because you sound like our kind of people. In any case, here's more Vel Rob with Hear 'Em Cry by Vel Rob. I'm Joe the Shirt. I'm off the cuff, and I'll be back in about 1 minute.
Frank Ellis. Yeah. Pay close attention now. Hear what I say. Get involved with it. Vel Rob. Minority Records. Come on. Dead. Angels. Yeah. Marks. Let's go. Death angels over my back, hoping that I'll crack and give in to this carnal nature of sin. Dig a ditch and fall in. I won't fall cause I ball till I'm crazy. Most hated cause I made it from the tin with a pen. So steadily to the paper, cutting like a cheese grater. Or the words from a mayor with no scruples. We pray for platinum before we knew it happened. Goddamn, we went quadruple. Now I'm speaking to the people, flying high like an eagle. Shit on haters like a beagle. Stay on top like a steeple, no sequel. No one else is equal, feeble ain't me. Came up around G's, raised by a Detroit family. Relocated to the act, got my boogie roots back. Clipped up, vested in backs, cause these homies don't scrap. It's a trap, evil aura lurking over the city. Job scarcity in cases for the young, black and witty. It's real shitty, can't even establish a street committee. Cause these niggas so two-timing and to kill you for this rhyming. I'm climbing and trying to get the fuck up out. Cause if this is what it's about, then hell I'd rather do it out. Hear the dead cry.
And Joe the Shirt is still off the cuff, no matter what this motherfucker say. Hear 'Em Cry by Vel Rob. Welcome back, everybody. Oh my God, we're having so much fun. I'm having fun. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun. The Russian's having fun. She's mostly ignoring me while playing Candy Crush or Bubble Witch, Saga, or something like that. But she's having fun. Without me. It happens, believe it or not. People have fun without me. I don't know how that happens, but it does in fact happen. Okay. Let's dive into some local news really quick. By local, I mean here in Los Angeles, not wherever the fuck it is you live. And I say this because I don't care about where you live. I really don't. I don't. You don't care about where I live, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. We're going to talk about the homicide report in Los Angeles. Yeah, how many people got their asses killed in L.A. last year? Okay, apparently, since 2007, the homicide report has told the stories of more than 5,200 people killed in L.A. County. Now, I'm looking at a chart here, and right around where I live, that's a lot of red dots. It actually becomes a red smear. It's because the dots represent numbers of murders, and I'm looking at this here, and this is fucked up. I mean, hell, Long Beach isn't even that safe. Burbank is safer than where we live. Shit.
Never was that safe.
What's that?
Long Beach was never really that safe.
Yeah, I know, but this is pretty much. If you live in Anaheim, that's pretty good. Not a single red dot in Anaheim. Glendora's not that bad. Burbank's pretty shitty, but Los Angeles County proper, that's just a bloodbath. Here, take a look at this, babe.
It looks like the Verizon map.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like the fucked up version of the Verizon map.
Well, they're all reachable.
Exactly.
No, really. That's what the ad looks like.
That's right. You can call anybody being murdered within that area.
They got really good signal. 4G.
Okay. You know what? Let's talk about gays. I haven't talked about gays in a while. You know I love the gays. Okay. Now, my girlfriend and I, the Russian, we went to go see the Book of Mormon recently. We saw it opening night here in Los Angeles.
Second run, yes.
The second, I don't care that it's the second time they've been here. It's a different cast.
Yes.
So it's an opening night.
Yes.
And we saw a couple of celebrities.
Yes, we did.
Who did we see?
I don't know the guy's name. I can look up the actor.
The guy from Bones, who plays Sweets, who's also in Waiting, the movie Waiting, as the new guy that doesn't talk until the end of the movie. And you saw a female.
I saw Alfre Woodard.
Alfre Woodard, who... Wasn't she in Star Trek?
Yeah. Sean Francis Daly.
Sean Francis Daly and Alfre Woodard. We ran into them.
He was with his parents.
Yes, he was. And it's always fun to see celebrities, but it was even more fun to get out of there before the crush came out of there.
It was a great show.
It was a great show. The first half of the show was a little slow, but batshit crazy. And then you see the second half of the show, and then you're thinking to yourself, gee, I thought the first half was batshit crazy.
Crazier.
Yeah, but no, the second half of the show, you're like, holy fuck my ass. By the way, it won 9 Tony Awards.
Yes.
I don't know what for, because I got to tell you, I didn't think any of the songs were all that great. That's my opinion. I don't see musicals. I don't like musicals. I saw this one because Matt and Trey made it, and Matt and Trey signed my Kenny doll that the Russian got for me. All right, so that's why I went to go see it, and I really enjoyed it. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because Uganda, which is where the play takes place, is
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Is in the news. Yes, the anti-gay bill in Uganda has been vetoed by President Yoweri Museveni. Yes, it is. Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni refused to sign into law a tough anti-homosexual bill passed by the parliament last month. Not that he's a big gay supporter necessarily. Museveni described gays and lesbians as abnormal and a product of, quote, random breeding, unquote. In the West, when nature goes wrong, he suggested that young homosexuals were lured by money and needed rescuing. Now, if the measure had passed, it would have meant life sentences for some homosexual acts. I don't know what some homosexual acts means. Is it blowing somebody, going down on a chick, getting fucked in the ass, fucking someone in the ass? I don't know what they mean by homosexual acts exactly. And the original bill proposed a death penalty for being gay. Are we having fun yet? I know I'm having fun. Now this comes in days after another African leader, Nigerian president. This is his actual name now. Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan is the president of Nigeria. Signed into law a banning of all gatherings of homosexuals and outlawing same-sex marriage. Homosexuality was already illegal in Nigeria, as it is in 37 other African countries, according to Amnesty International. 37 African countries say if you have a cock, you can't suck cock, and if you have a pussy, you can't lick pussy. That's what they say. Now, news reports out of Nigeria said a 28-year-old man who confessed to a single homosexual act 7 years ago was recently lashed 20 times in northern Bauchi state, where Islamic law is in place. This guy got 20 lashes for doing something gay 7 years ago. But in good news, the man could have been stoned to death, but Judge Nuhu Muhammad said he had shown remorse and for an act committed long ago. So they were actually being merciful by whipping his ass 20 times.
Instead of killing his ass.
Exactly, by throwing rocks at him until he died. A populist measure in many African countries, In many parts of the continent, societies tend to be socially conservative and deeply religious, and homosexuality is often characterized as being un-African and ungodly. Well, yeah. And if you went to go see the Book of Mormon, you'd understand that, because it would make sense, actually. Reading this story would actually make sense to me. Now, according to President Museveni, quote, "You cannot call an abnormality an alternative orientation. It could be that the Western societies, on account of random breeding, have generated many abnormal people. Aside from young people who were homosexuals for mercenary reasons," he said, "lesbians were often women who failed to find a husband and were sexually starved." So you became a lesbian because you're not getting enough dick. Okay. In a related story, amazingly enough, this is a related story. From Moscow, Russia, Putin tells gays to leave children alone. Just before the Winter Olympics in Sochi, how do you pronounce that, babe? Sochi, I got it right? Okay. President Vladimir Putin on Friday again insisted that there is no discrimination against gays in Russia, but then urged gays to please leave children in peace. Putin defended Russia's record on the issue despite new laws that in part criminalize public displays of support for gays and that have drawn international condemnation. Quote from Mr. Putin, "Firstly, we have no ban on non-traditional forms of sexual interaction between people."
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does. "We have a ban on propaganda about homosexuality and pedophilia among minors, which I'd like to stress. These are absolutely different things. A ban on certain relations and on propaganda about these relations. We don't prohibit anything. There is no criminal liability for such relationships here, in contrast to, I'd like to stress, many other world countries, including the United States, some states of which provide for criminal responsibility for non-traditional sexual orientation." End quote. Putin. Here's another quote by Putin. "We have nothing like this here. This is why you can feel free, unrestrained, but please leave children in peace."
Okay, so bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of bullshit. He added that visitors should show respect. "We have our traditions and our culture. We treat any of our partners with respect, but we request that our traditions and our culture also be treated with respect." You know, like putting down Jews and homos. That's a tradition in Russia, isn't it, baby? Mm-hmm. Putting down Jews, homos, Jehovah's Witnesses, Catholics, Buddhists, and anybody that believes in God in general. Yeah. Okay. All right, just making sure. And in more world news, let's talk about North Korea just a little bit. We're almost done. I know. You're like thinking to yourself, what more could he come up with that's so much fun? Okay. Let's see. North Korea's erratic leader, Kim Jong-un, has issued a warning that military exercises from the South Korea could provoke unimaginable Holocaust. Well, that's not too severe, is it? North Korean leader Kim Jong-un last year threatened to wage nuclear war against the South and its U.S. backers over the exercises, sharpening tensions with a declaration that the North was no longer bound by the 60-year-old truce that ended fighting in the Korean War. So MASH is complete bullshit. Kim's government has carried out prohibited nuclear tests and missile launches in his 2 years as leader, and the 31-year-old Kim Jong-un is 31 years old. Would you want somebody that's 31 years old leading your country? That has the finger on the alleged button. And he got the job when he was 29. At 29,
I feel better already.
you know, at 29, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to jerk off or try to get random pussy. Either one was a good option for me. I couldn't imagine leading a country. So yes. Let's see now. The 31-year-old has had his uncle and reputed number 2 official in the ruling hierarchy executed for crimes as for crimes against the government. And he also had Kim has also ordered and oversaw the execution of dozens of North Koreans last summer and fall, including a former girlfriend. He executed an ex. That's what you get for calling me a little dick. Oh my God. Okay, that's it for me. I'm out of time. I gotta go.
Yeah, you're done.
This is killing me. I'm Joe the Shirt. I'm off the cuff.